it seems that they're more concerned about winning an NBA championship than they are about a gold medal, which is not the way it used to be. And it's not the way it is in other countries. But unfortunately, they are not the only team that has been kind of akin to these woke protests that we've seen at the Olympics. Another team, not so much at the Olympics, but just they've been vocal about, honestly, their hatred for America since before the Olympics began, and that is the Team USA men's basketball team. Obviously, the U.S. has by far the most basketball talent of any of the teams. Most teams have, one or two NBA guys. The U.S. has a roster full of NBA players who are super talented, and they should honestly win gold every year. Unfortunately, they're struggling this year. Well, I don't know if it's unfortunate after what I'm about to tell you, but they're struggling this year. And we put out a couple pieces about this yesterday, questioning whether those struggles have to do with the fact that they don't like America. They've embraced the anti-America Black Lives Matter movement. And it seems that they're more concerned about winning an NBA championship than they are about a gold medal, which is not the way it used to be. And it's not the way it is in other countries. One team that's doing really well in the Olympics in the men's basketball tournament is Slovenia. They have a superstar, Luka Doncic.
Those Slovenians,
yes. Probably not the team that you
watch out for the Slovenians.
You would have been betting on at the beginning of the tournament, but they're actually playing very well. They have a star, Luka Doncic, the guard from the Dallas Mavericks. And he was asked before the Olympics whether it would be more important for him to win an NBA championship or to win a gold medal. And he had an interesting response. I think we have a video here of that.
What would mean more to you, a gold medal with the Team Slovenia or NBA championship with the men?
I would say gold medal with Slovenia. You play for your country, and that's something that really. But I wouldn't mind both.
And that's a fair answer. I mean, of course you want to win an NBA championship, but the fact that he would say a gold medal, I'm playing for my country, is what's important to me. And he's been doing great. He dropped 48 points in his opener, Slovenia's opener. They've been playing really well, and you can see that they care about playing for their country. On the other hand, we have the United States team, who is coached by Greg Popovich, the San Antonio Spurs coach, who is pretty infamous for his anti-Donald Trump takes. And we have a statement from him here that he made in 2018, I believe, and it says, quote, "The flag is irrelevant. It's just a symbol that people glom onto for political reasons, just like Dick Cheney back in the Iraq War." That's how he feels. I'm not sure what the Dick Cheney reference means, but it seems
Cheney
pretty.
is living in that fella.
I don't know why that is the first thing that came to mind, but it's obvious that he doesn't like the flag. He also had made a comment in 2019 that he said America is a racist country. There's really no missing context. That's just what he said. And so clearly he doesn't love America. And I'm just wondering what you guys think about whether this kind of anti-America sentiment is having an effect on the way the team plays.
Cameron, you're a well-known Olympic expert and former doping enthusiast. Tell us what you think about it. I'm just kidding, folks. Cameron's never doped in his life, I don't think.
I think this is the second time you've accused me of doing drugs on this program.
It's all right. It's actually in the minority compared to the number of times I've accused other people who work here.
But I would say this first. I mean, I think a lot of these players, they might be a bit distracted. You open up a game with a political statement. That might be a distraction. That might be what's on your mind throughout the rest of the game. I can't speak for these athletes, but what I will say, though, is Team USA might be kind of up to their own thing. But if I am a producer, if I'm a television producer for the Olympics right now, I'm probably not liking this too much because I'm thinking about the money. I'm thinking about all the people that normally would be watching the Olympics aren't going on their new streaming platforms, paying the money to go and watch it. The ratings are down, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that even something that was supposed to unite the country, a lot of these players have made it political. They did it to themselves, and now the media side of it is being impacted quite a bit too. So I would say that if NBC and Team USA isn't cashing in on this Olympic Games as much as they were in previous years, they need to reflect on that and maybe understand, hey, not everything needs to be politicized like this. Patriotism, red, white, and blue, that doesn't have it. We don't need to make that have a negative connotation. And most importantly, not everything needs to be a political statement. I think there's this misconception where if you have a platform now, if you have a non-political platform, you need to somehow use that for some form of social justice. We saw it last summer where if you weren't posting your infographic on whatever, I was seeing comments on the comment section of country singers, for God's sakes, country singers, of people being like, why aren't you speaking out about what's going on right now? It's because they're a country singer. They're not a politician. They're not making policy. They're not going to go and rave about the criminal justice system. I think a lot of these athletes, they're kneeling, they're taking these stances because they feel obligated to, because they think if they don't, they're not going to get their good person points. So I've really just been kind of watching the swimming rounds. I think a lot of those guys over there, they like America. They like representing our country. I don't know about all of them, but those are the sports I've been watching. And it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out for them ratings wise.